Hey guys, welcome back. In this episode, we're going to be talking about the buzz around the recent Blue Jays acquisition of Yariel Rodriguez of Cuba, and we're going to have a little conversation about what we think's going on. Okay, all that and more on this episode of Swing and a Drive.
Swing and a drive. Get up, bar. He's done it again. A two-run shot in the first.
Okay, so let's get into this right away, Logan.
All right.
Don't forget, everybody, if you take anything from this, like and subscribe. We really appreciate all the help and looking forward to the season here. So here we go. Okay, Yariel Rodriguez, Logan. Blue Jays picked him up supposedly to be starting depth. Who is this guy? Who is Yariel Rodriguez?
That's a question lots of people want to know. So let's give a little history of him, right? He's technically 26, but he turns 27 in March. So we're going to get the 27-year-old version of Yariel Rodriguez, born in Cuba. Played 21 through 2022, I guess, in the Nippon Professional League in Japan with the Dragons. And played for Cuba most recently in the World Baseball Classic. That's the last action he's really seen.
Yes, he unilaterally left his contract in the NPB in 2023 in hopes of finding his way into the major leagues. He clearly didn't secure a contract in 23, so did not pitch. As far as I can understand, did you get the same information in your digging?
I found no information to the contrary there.
Okay, so didn't pitch in 2023, but played in the WBC
He hasn't pitched competitively for a year.
Yeah, that was his last real competitive action. Was the 2023 World Baseball Classic, correct?
As far as I know, that's correct. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we're already, I would say, red flag a little bit. I don't know. This guy's supposed to be a starting pitching depth, right?
It's
That's the concept.
Yeah. I guess
we're thinking. Okay. So
as far as things that I've heard, like the Jays have told him as much.
So for career notes, like you pointed out, he had 12 appearances in 2021, 56 appearances in 2022, and like we just said, 2023 didn't play. So there's a lot of unknowns about the guy.
Was a setup guy in Japan, right? Won that most valuable setup player or setup pitcher award, most valuable setup pitcher award in 2022 in Japan there. So he doesn't seem like a starter to me. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I want the Jays to have some depth starting, and I know we just talked about the depth of the rotation in the previous episode. I really am starting to think that we completely forgot about Mitch White as a possibility, and I think that the Blue Jays are seriously looking at Mitch White as a possibility.
That cannot.
I think that's what they're looking at.
I'm pretty sure Mitch White is out of options, so I don't think that's a chance. I don't think there's a chance.
You think no chance? Okay, well, if Mitch White
that ship has sailed on Mitch White, I do not think that's a possibility.
If he's off the table as a starter, then you have Rodriguez that could potentially throw some starting innings. You have Ricky Tiedemann that could potentially throw some starting innings. We're really we don't have it. Yosfer Zulueta was the other one that was sort of close to somewhat major league ready. Adam Mako, that was a stretch from the last episode. We're not going to see him starting pitching innings in the 2024 season.
I agree. There's no chance.
Yeah. So we signed Rodriguez, 4 years, $32 million, $8 million AAV. 4 years we got him for. So I see him kind of projecting out as a long-term project for the Blue Jays. It's sort
right?
of a gamble project. This is a guy that has some potential to be stretched out into a starting type guy. But I think in 24 we're going to see him a bunch in spring training to see what they have, get his arm stretched out, and then we're going to see him as a long reliever slash opener type guy through the year.
Yeah, I see him as a long relief guy, possibly. Um, I mean, the only starts I can find other than are the WBC, where he threw a little over 7 innings, had a had a good ERA ultimately, 10 strikeouts, but 6 walks. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like in the 1 inning, he had 3 walks in a row against Australia.
yeah,
Went back and kind of watched some of the start this morning, and like easy fastball. Like his 95 is easy. He hit 97 in what I saw, but command isn't great. He really loves his slider, and it's not bad.
now his slider's a weird one, right? Like I in the video I've seen of his slider, it's more of a up down slider than a slurvy
Yeah.
side to side slider. It's more of a curveball
So
kind of slider, right?
yeah, it's a good slider. It looked good anyway in WBC against Australia, but Australia. Um, no major leaguers on that team. So good ball players for sure. They've roughed him up. They hit the ball hard against him. So it was discouraging for me actually when I was watching it. But I don't know. 2 outings, got 7 innings. Like this is not starter material that we need, really.
We don't have a lot to go on with Rodriguez, and I
That's
find
the other thing.
I'm finding the optimism surrounding him kind of confusing. And like I don't want to shit on the player
Well,
because he could be great, right? But like for me, there's a lot of media buzz about the signing, and I don't know if it's just because we haven't been signing people in the off season. So it's
oh
like
yeah,
we brought a guy in, hooray!
it's that there was a signing, right?
Like
It's
right?
not like that's it. There's been no other talk about it. Oh, we signed a guy to be a starting pitcher possibly,
Yeah.
but I'm pretty sure Manoa's the guy that's going to be the fifth starter to
Yes.
start the season,
Yes.
barring any spring training injuries or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, I see him I see Rodriguez fitting in the bullpen pretty well, actually. So I don't think he's a starter, but I think he might be good in the bullpen.
Right. Yep. Well, we'll see what happens there. Just we just got to like keep in mind, and I think that we came to this conclusion in our last talk that we do need a starter. We do need starting depth and real starting
Yes,
depth because you don't
real
just want
depth,
to throw a warm body out there and take an L because you
precisely.
didn't want to have depth. So this is kind of remnant to me. I'm a Jets fan in the NFL. Yeah, I know. Comments below, but but the Jets started the 2023 season with two quarterbacks on their roster altogether, Aaron Rodgers and Zach Wilson. And 4 plays into the season, they had one quarterback to play with, and they were scrambling after that.
Yep.
They had no plan at their most important position. And I love all the other positions, but you need to have a starting pitching. You're not going to win without starting pitching in the majors.
Zero chance.
So, got to have the depth. I really hope it works out for him.
That
But
works
as
out
like
for us.
sort of exactly as a final kind of thought for me, I really like it's not as sexy as the energy around the signing kind of has made it feel like it is. As we've dug into it, I think both of us have been a little less like wowed by what we're finding. So to me,
Yeah.
I'd just say like Ross Atkins really needs to show fans of this franchise that the Jays are serious about trying to win during the Vladdy Bo era. He continues to do these low
Two
impact,
more
low risk
chances.
moves, and he's not improving the team on paper. If the team performs better, that's one thing. But on paper, we are not improving right now.
We've regressed on paper.
Yeah. So I really hope Yariel Rodriguez is a hit.
I guess we'll see in a few weeks when pitchers and catchers report.
Exactly. Yes. And when they start throwing in spring training, Yariel Rodriguez is going to get a ton of innings because we got to see what's going on. So
I would expect so.
yeah.
I also expect Alek Manoah to get a ton of innings.
Yeah, he's going to be working a lot this spring, not like the superstar treatment he got last year.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So,
Okay, well, with that, that's all we really wanted to address here. So
Yeah.
we're going to wait until the Blue Jays do something.
something.
So we'll
Don't hold your breath, folks.
Yeah, we'll get back on here as soon as the Jays do something. But yeah, like Logan said, don't hold your breath. And anyway, we'll see you guys next time. And,
Thanks a lot for watching.
Until then, have fun. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay,
Go
peace,
Jays.
guys.